Yo, what is up guys? It is Skaarm, and for today's video I'm going to be showing you the top 10 evolutions for the new Interceptor evolution. Let's go into the section. I'm going to show you a little about what this actually does, but then I'll show you the top 10 players along with a couple other bonus cards as well. Starting it off though, it's going to cost you guys 75,000 coins or 1,500 FIFA points for the Trailblazer Interceptor section. This section honestly is pretty underrated, although the face stats may not look the best. Throughout doing these sections you get a lot of in-game stats along with some base stats as well for each and every card. Each card will get a +8 overall, and in my opinion the in-game stat upgrades are actually insane and something you just can't get off gold cards from the market. Now I understand in terms of the face stats they may be comparable to cards on the market, but like I said, the in-game stats are actually uncomparable. As I have a list right here, but in terms of pace, you get a +5 pace, you get +4 passing. In terms of dribbling, you get a +6 in dribbling, but you also get +6 composure, +10 reactions, +10 ball control, +12 agility, along with +12 balance. Looking into defending, you get +16 interceptions, +8 stamina, +8 heading accuracy. In terms of defending, you get +16 interceptions. That is something you just won't get anywhere else, especially if the card you're using already has good interceptions. You can basically max it out. But that's not all for defending. You're also going to get a +8 in standing tackling, along with +8 heading accuracy, and a +8 defensive awareness, and finally +8 slide tackling. And to finish off the card, it's going to be a +7 in physicality, meaning the cards are going to get insane. Like I said though, the face stats may not look the best. Some other bonus stuff you get with the Trailblazer Interceptor is going to be a high defensive work rate if the card doesn't already have it, and of course the Interceptor playstyle plus. Now let's look into the players I have on this list. The top 10 is going to be here in the starting 11. Some of the bonus picks are on the bench right here as well. Starting off with the bench, we have Seawald from the Bundesliga from RB Leipzig. I think he's pretty comparable to a card like Lammer from Bayern. We also have Zaire Emery. He's a pretty cool card, but is he worth 75,000 coins? Absolutely not. There's only 6 cards on this entire list in my opinion. That would be pretty good. Jelini from Lyon is a solid option considering there are some really good Lyon players in the game. However, considering she's going to cost you guys close to the same amount as Diani, that's just insane and I would never do it. Then we have Richie. He's a solid option, but we also have Cataldi from Lazio, and he's honestly just a better version of Richie. We also have Gabamin, considering there's not many options in the Premier League as a CDM. He's a solid option, but not the best either. Rico Lewis is an option. I'm not sure why you would do this. He's not that good of a card. But lots of people like to do that for the bruiser wingback. I'm not sure why, but people did want to do it, so I guess I'll put him on this list as well. Looking into the top 10 now though, we'll look at the bottom of the top 10 and the 2 cards I absolutely do not recommend. It's going to be Lubicic. He looks like a pretty solid card, as you guys can see on screen. Those are his stats that he would get. At least those are the face stats. His in-games aren't anything too special, and his pace split is honestly awful. Stark is a solid option as a center back and the only center back option on this list. He looks alright, but I still wouldn't do this card, especially considering that's going to be 75,000 coins. Bellegarde is a solid option, but again, just not something I would recommend. His stats are pretty good. His links are awesome, and the links are probably the only reason I would do that Evo. Onana is also a great option as a destroyer from the Premier League. He provides great stats. He also brings you decent links. Now, one of my favorite picks on this list is going to be Dominguez from Nottingham Forest. He brings you great links. He has those Argentine links specifically, especially for a card like Messi who doesn't have too many links, too many Argentine options. And of course we do have Julian Alvarez as in SBC coming out soon as well, so he could be a pretty good link for that card. His in-game stats are pretty solid. He also has a 5-star weak foot, so I'm a big fan of this card. But is he worth 75,000 coins? That is pretty questionable, but still one of the better options on here. Rovella, this is a card that had a Future Stars last year, I believe, and he was phenomenal. He was very, very good, and he's going to be one of the best CDMs or center mids from the Serie A, and I do think he is a great option if you guys are looking to spend 75,000 coins. This may be your guy. Bear in mind, this card's going to have 90 interceptions with that +16, and I think that says a lot about this card. In terms of playstyles, he doesn't have much. He also has a 4-star weak foot, so it's pretty solid. The highest rated card that you could possibly get from the Evos is going to be Gallagher. His stats just look so mid though. His stats do not look good, and he has a 2-star weak foot. Just not a card I'd recommend whatsoever. If you're a Chelsea fan, I guess you could do it, but in terms of the actual stats, just not that guy. Badawi, great card, not so great links though. I mean, overall though, the card does look great. All around a absolute beast, especially with those potential upgrades that he could get in game. Now, one of the more interesting picks is going to be a player like Stash here. He's 6'4", high work rates, 5-star weak foot, along with having a couple of solid little traits here and there. Relentless being one of them, aerial being another, meaning he's going to score you so many goals off corners. But one of the craziest things about this card, and one of my favorite aspects of this card, is going to be he gets 99 interceptions. He already has 85 interceptions, but once he gets the upgrades, he's going to have 99 interceptions, and that's why I do think this is a card you should definitely consider. Obviously, agility, balance, not the best, but he does get a plus 12 in each of those, so it gets a little better, a little bit more manageable, but still one of my favorite options. And then finally, my absolute top tier option here. If you're going to spend 75,000 coins, this is the card you're probably going to want to do it on. And it's going to be Tamiz. He brings you Syria links, he brings you French links, so he's great to hybrid out. He has that average build. I mean, he's built pretty well, 5'11", 3-star, 3-star, along with a controlled explosive body type. Playstyle wise, there's not much going there. That's probably his biggest demise in terms of the card, along with the defensive awareness not being the greatest either. However, when you guys look at those stats, those face stats that he can potentially get with that triple 84 in dribbling, defending, and physicality, along with the 83 pace, the card looks phenomenal. The stats are pretty great, and of course those links are incredible as well if he does fit your team. So if I was supposed to list it out, let me go order it on the bench right here. I'd probably put Tamiz as the best option, Stash as my second greatest option, Dominguez along with Ravella as my 3 and 4. I'd probably put them basically tied. And finally, you can kind of debate it out between Badawi, Onana, and Bellegarde for the 5 slot. But basically, anyone who's not already in these top 4, I probably wouldn't spend the 75,000 coins on. Unless, of course, someone here is your favorite player or plays for your favorite team or is from your specific country, like maybe Algeria. Apart from that, though, guys, that is going to be the video. So please do make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you next time. Peace out.
Yeah, I won't start. I ain't tripping. I want stun. Oh, living lively. Everybody tryna ride my wave. They can ride me. Pull up in a foreign to the curb, looking icy. I ain't never stressed about a fit. I'm on hype beast.